I was going to see something very large scale, something very spectacular, and that's exactly what I saw. I knew that I was going to see something that wasn't just a fashion catwalk. I was going to see garments, I was going to see things that told stories, that were very architectural, that were very bold, very dramatic, and that's exactly what we saw at the TSB Arena last night, and presented in such a fascinating and really highly accomplished way that allowed wearable art to actually be seen in a really dynamic way to its audience. I look after a performance program in a fashion school, and that creates a really interesting dynamic because a lot of the school is about fashion as we know it. What we're doing is about performance, garments that tell stories, that are changeable, movable, do totally different things, have a different kind of structure, and there's a really great relationship between fashion and performance and art, and you see that in the world of wearable art. You really see that brought to life, not only through the garments that the students and professionals are making, but then how that is actually choreographed and presented on stage. It's a really beautiful dynamic that you see there. Something like World of WearableArt is really important actually for students because, first of all, they have to think about taking their work outside of the studio. It can be very safe in the studio at college, where actually if you're thinking I'm designing something that might be travelling as far as it can possibly go, certainly from us in the United Kingdom, nobody should be working just in the town or the village or the country that they're from. Everybody should be thinking on that real big international sort of panorama. They've got to think about how do I represent that through the documentation that I share with the competition? How do I actually tell the story of that in words? So it forces our designers to do exactly what I want them to do, and that is to be storytellers. And then it brings a community together here in New Zealand where they can share ideas, practice techniques, new materials. And what's brilliant about that though is that's then going to travel back. In our case, it's going to travel back to the London College of Fashion. It's going to influence other students who weren't able to be here, but students who then may apply to be here in future years and maybe take home an award. The only thing I'd say to students is that sometimes it can feel that you're really busy. You've got assessments, you've got to work, there's so many things that can be distracting for your time, and you might think, I haven't got time to do something else. But what I would say is actually all of those things that you're working on, you can apply that to doing a competition such as this. It was very good to see London College of Fashion represented so strongly at the awards last night because each of those garments were really phenomenal. Each of those students have got a very personal connection to the work that they've made. It was a real honour to see us take home an award and come runner-up in a couple of other awards as well. I'd say to students, don't be put off by the work. That's exactly how life is, that's what the profession is. So you should be doing that now. It's not a hard time to do it, it's the right time to be doing it.